All right, guys, this is your sign that you need to make this meatloaf. It is so yummy. Okay, guys, tonight we're going to make one of my favorite meatloafs, and we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to bake 350. You're going to need 1 pound of lean ground beef, 1 cup of Italian breadcrumbs. You're going to need half of a diced onion, half a cup of milk, 1 large egg beaten, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of parsley. You're going to need a little bit of salt and a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of pepper. We're also going to need another 1/3 cup of ketchup for the topping, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're going to chop our onion up and we're going to add it to our ground beef. Now, I am making 2 meatloafs, so if you see that there's more meat and more onions, that's because I'm making a double batch. Okay, and we've got our onion in there. Whoops, got part of the skin in there. Onion skin. Okay, we're going to mix this up with our hands. Okay, next, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 1 cup of our breadcrumbs. We're going to add 1 egg. We're going to add half a cup of milk. Half a cup of milk. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Now, you know Nana measures with her eyeballs. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire is what you're going to use. Then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of parsley. Okay. 1 teaspoon of parsley. We're going to need 3/4 a teaspoon of salt. Okay. And we're going to need about 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, this is one of my favorite meatloaves because it has a sweet and tangy glaze on top. We're going to use half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, mix it all together. Now, when I bake this, I always bake it in a bread loaf pan. I have 2 small bread loaf pans. And I'm going to divide the meatloaf in between the 2. Okay, we've divided it between the 2 pans. Now, like I said, everything I gave you will make 1 loaf. Okay? So I don't want you thinking this recipe is going to make, everything I told you is going to make you 1 loaf, but I just made 2. Okay, for the topping, we're going to need 1/3 a cup of ketchup. And like I said, Nana uses her eyeballs because I've made this recipe so many times. If you need more ketchup or want more ketchup or whatever, you add whatever. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, and 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. Okay, so we've got that, and we're going to mix this up. And this is the sauce that goes on top of the meatloaf. So we're going to pour the sauce. I have 3 or 4 meatloaf recipes, but this one is one of my favorites. Okay. All right, we're gonna bake it in the oven at 350 for 55 minutes. Ooh, at these meatloafs. Woo! Alright guys, this is your sign that you need to make this meatloaf. It is so yummy. We got some peas and some mashed potatoes. Woo, y'all make this meatloaf. It is so good. And you know, Nana loves you.